Hercule Examler. Welcome back to Tom Plays Europa Universalis 4 for absolute beginners. We're battling with the Ottomans and we're basically about to invade either Kazan or Uzbek. I haven't really decided which. I'm also just sort of now realising we could do with some ships in the Caspian. Well, actually we probably don't need ships in the Caspian Sea because we can come through Nogai, can't we? So we should be fine. Should be absolutely fine as we are. So I might attack Kazan rather than Uzbek. I'm just a little worried that Uzbek might not join in. But whatever. I don't want Bohemia to join in on this war because I'm going to need them for the European war later. The Timurids aren't joining in because they're in debt. Great. Thanks, Timurids. Right, let's do it. Okay, so go straight for actual Kazan. Okay, so we can ignore the nobles and lose prestige, or we can say they must be right, probably incorrectly, and lose administrative power. Probably better avoid losing the prestige, to be fair. So the question is, did Uzbek join in? Uzbek did join in. That was probably a mistake. Right, so we are going to get some Karakulnu separatists. But not to worry. Speed things up for now. Let's bring the army back if necessary. Might just take the provinces we actually have claims on. Which of these three? It's quite slow going in the northeast because we don't have any mission trees, although to be fair, thanks to Hungary's alliances, we haven't been able to make much use of the mission trees in the northwest either. But still, bit by bit, we are making our way to the north and the east. And bit by bit we're finding that the only person we're going to be able to fight is Russia, because they are just occupying the whole area now. So, yeah. Plus I think they've declared themselves our rival. So I suspect we're going to be... Ooh. Slow down for a sec. Okay, well I'm not about to attack anyone, so we could try upgrading our army. Quite an upgrade, it's just going to have to wait for their morale to improve again before we get into any fights. Now, as far as Uzbek are concerned, they don't have much fight left in them anyway, so what are they offering us? They're going to give something to the Nogai. See, I personally want... I don't want them to do that. I want this. Okay, I can't make it a core. Fair enough. In that case, we will accept their gift to the Nogai. That's fair enough. Looks like we are going to have to wait till we annex the Nogai before we can get east of the Caspian. If nothing else, they've become a more powerful ally at least. Vassal, not ally. Trade dispute against Russia. Oh yeah, because they're officially... well, they claim to be our rival. We should make them a rival as well. Except we can't while at war, fair enough. So they've done a trade embargo on us. We need to do one on them. Is what it amounts to. let's at least speed up a little. Who are these? Oh, pretend they're rebels. We have lost a general, or at least it's a general that isn't currently about to fight. Okay. Not doing too badly for vassals now. Got Georgia, Mushasha and Nogai, and they're all a reasonable size. So, quite pleased really. It's well worth taking that influence idea group, I think, as we have made use of it. Okay, new general. Seeing as I am... oh, this is good. We're also getting our military tradition back. And generals are getting much more powerful again. Kind of expecting a Karakiumu uprising any second. Where are they going to be? Karabag. Karabag is there. So, actually we could go to Karabag itself in theory. I'd rather not though, because that will stop the uprising. So I'll just go next to it. Is Kazan wanting peace? I think we can get a better deal out of Kazan by carrying on taking over. Let us improve Bohemia's relations with us again. And the Timurids as well, because they are our allies. The big ones at the moment. Presumably this is where Perm used to be. Okay, that is actually pretty much done. So we can send one army back. And there we go. 100% war score. What can we get from Kazan? They will give us the 3 provinces that we had claims on. They'll renounce a bunch of claims and they'll give us some money. That's pretty much what I was expecting. I don't know if we need any more than that. Looks like as technology increases, our supply limits have gone up. It does mean that other people's armies will be getting bigger, so we really need to make our own army bigger before we attack Europe. But we should at least be considering whom we're going to attack. Hungary would be ideal. But once again, they've got 3 massive allies. Really struggling to attack Hungary. Venice is almost completely dead. How's Wallachia doing? Wallachia has Mazovia and Russia isn't interested. So honestly, I think we're probably going to be looking at Wallachia again, so I might just start building a spy network. I'm sure we'll get to the point where we'll actually be able to just take on Hungary regardless of her allies. We might even be there now. I guess I'm just being cowardly. But it does give us a much better chance of actually winning. If we don't take any fights that we're not absolutely sure we can win. This whole thing with Spain's fascinating. I really don't want to be their rival. Never mind. Speaking of which, we should be making Russia a rival, since they've rivaled us. That does give us extra stuff for attacking them as well. So we also want to issue an embargo. Only we can't issue an embargo because we don't have any diplomats handy. So fine, not a problem. Not a problem. Speed things along a bit. Do a bit of recovering. Smugglers. I think we should stop. I also think we should crush the Karakuyan loot separatists. And then we should start looking at building up the army and the navy again. Okay, so the navy. Actually, before we do that, let's do another manufactory. I know it's kind of self-defeating. But that institution really is going to fire soon. I mean, I'd love it if it would fire in Constantinople. But if it doesn't, I still want us to be getting it as soon as we possibly can. So how about this province here? Oh, they've already got one. Okay. So I want to look for somewhere with a gap. How about in Greece? I can't see any manufacturers in Greece. Okay, so we don't even really have any workshops, but there is Selenik, which is the closest. I think I'll start building one there. Okay, so armies. 25, 4 and 11 is our standard army at the moment. This army has only got 21 infantry, so before anything else we need to build 4 infantry for them. And in mind, then build some more leather cannons, taking each army to 43. This is going to be that unacceptable thing again, isn't it? Yep, this guildsman is not getting influence. Okay, now let's build some more modern ships. We've got room for 15 more. I think really all we need is galleys, because we're not really needing to... Yes, you can have military access. We're not really needing to transport troops anymore. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There we go. So once we've done that, possibly detach all the obsolete ships again. This time be careful to delete the right ones, and we can try and bring the rest of the navy up to modern times. Modern times being, of course, 1621. But nonetheless, right, do we have a +1? The production efficiency and tax modifier. I might go for tax again, because I'm still not sure how my trade is doing. Definitely switch over once we've got all the manufactories operational. Okay, let's bring all these together. Find that we're taking damage again. Okay, not here. That can take up to 46. Kirim is actually limited to 43, so we've still gotten away with it so far. Sham, on the other hand, does need splitting. So, okay. I think realistically I would like to get these to at least 45 each. That's a nice round number, so let's get a few more guns. guessing we've finally created a grand fleet. There we go. Finally got enough galleys. We're dominating trade. Which is surprising, but I think it's just because we've taken over so much land. Expand overseas. Now this one, I think we're unlikely to get. Not on the same continent as your capital. Well, let's see, because I mean mostly we're in Asia. I suppose Europe's a different continent, Africa's a different continent. Still seems like a bit of a big ask. It's more useful for colonial nations, that one. So that may be one of the missions that we never actually succeed at. I mean, it's not necessary to fulfill all the missions. It's one of the things about EU4 is it doesn't really have an objective as such. You don't really win the game. You get a score, which is this up here. But in terms of actually winning, I suppose you could argue that you've kind of won if you fulfill all the missions for your nation. But then, a lot of the time, people don't even want to play like that. They want to do something completely different. I mean, all of these incursions into the northeast are nothing to do with our missions. I'm just trying to make the Ottomans as large as possible. Effectively, is the idea, because that to me is how the Ottomans should be played. They're an empire. Need another general? Okay, so at least we're still gaining money, despite having made our army a bit bigger. That's good. It's a good sign. Still room for more. We should try to protect our merchants. Doesn't cost that much diplomatic power in the end. And it's well worth it. So, we do want to move towards attacking Wallachia. How are we doing in terms of that? We are in a position to start fabricating some claims. So I might start at the bottom. So we take Berlad. It feels like more integrated into our empire there and less like we're clashing with Russia again. I want to save the clashing with Russia until we're going up here. Well, now they're a rival, I wonder if we should maybe take them on rather than Kazan next time. We could certainly claim more territories. Interesting thought. Well, we could still make some progress. Might be worth thinking about. Need to decide what to do down there as well. Never mind, let's just keep an eye on the Hungarians. In the vain hope that they might lose some allies one day. Can't say I'm optimistic, so given we're probably attacking again, let us... I'm going to try and do 5 cannons. 5 cannons per army. See what effect that has on our money. Well, for one thing, it's made us run out of money in the short term. Really gonna have to stop there. We need to start building our money up to embrace the institution. Global trade institution, because that's probably spreading quite nicely now. Come on, one last cannon. Okay. So, money-wise, we're still making a profit, so that's good. So let's start trying to convert Sofia again. Bring all of these in, which probably means we're going to need to split them into 2. So for these. Combine them. Yep, definitely need splitting now. So you can head back there. Trying to keep the army of the general in front towards any potential opposing nations. Looks like we are slowly moving towards an uprising again as well. Which I suppose was bound to happen. So we've now got, although they're split in two, of an army of 50 in each of the 3 locations. So we've got Wallachia, which should be nice and easy because we're already in Wallachia. Let's use the other bigger one, Kazan. Right, so we might want you a little closer. Maybe in Ukek. The rebellions will get less of an issue as we gradually improve in humanitarian ideas. Okay, ready to fabricate another claim? Actually, it looks like there's only 3 we can fabricate anyway. So I guess that's going to be it. So we'll just put the speed up to maximum. And then lower it because I think we've got separatists. Intrigues. We could lose our administrative advisor and some administrative power, or we can lose 10 legitimacy. Oh, we're not doing badly for legitimacy, so I might just stick up for our advisor against the nobles and insist that we keep him. Now there's a chance that Russia might actually come in on this, so maybe I should start building a spy network in Russia as well, just in case they try to defend Wallachia. Separatists. And I was going to look for some other separatists, wasn't I? These ones. Oh. Okay, separatists all round. Everybody gets separatists. Nope, didn't mean to do that. Thinking maybe if I move this army slightly out of the way so they're not stepping on each other's toes and taking the same supplies. And then we'll move them to the same place. There we go. That should do it. Okay, so you guys can come back here now. Leave you near Wallachia. Alright. Okay, no issue there. You guys go back down south. So who else is planning to raise up Georgians? Yeah, right. Okay, maybe don't go back down there. Stay put. Right, so just check the spy network. Need 30, I think, for our final claim. So I'm gonna have to speed up a little. Austria's having a war. Let's go here, local traditions, less national unrest. So basically the humanist ideas, we're sort of learning to teach our people better. Be a bit more open to stuff. A bit less hegemonistic. So the general effect is less rebellions. Okay, well, we're pretty much ready. It does look like Russia's going to join in there. Why am I not surprised? So, with that in mind, let's take... Yeah, I might just keep things together, so I'll just take Winnica. Not going to be a huge issue, so I might need to bring that army up if we're facing Russia as well, but let's drag Bohemia into it. Let's start by attacking Wallachia. So how soon? Right, the Georgian separatists aren't rising up soon enough. So I may have to leave them to it and head up to Russia. I do remember Russia having some pretty big armies. Hopefully having Bohemia in from the start will help. Right, I'm going to go take on a Russian city. Plus, to be fair, the fact that Nogai's a little bigger might be a plus. It's a bit annoying that we end up fighting Russia on both sides now, though, but it's just that big. Never mind. Maybe I'll really build the army up and we'll take a risk and take Hungary on along with all their allies. We'll still be fighting Russia, of course, but might be able to start moving more towards the northwest rather than north, which would be nice. Okay. How's the tech looking? We're on 18. Ah, yeah, national institutions. That is fine. Russia's on 16. Wallachia is on 18. So Wallachia matches us in terms of technology. Russia is lagging behind. So hopefully that will make a big difference. And we won't have too many problems taking their armies on, even if they have the numbers. We will see. Oh, that's good. It looks like they're already fighting Denmark. One siege. Brilliant. In which case, actually, I'm going to go for Moscow, because that way the armies will be quite close. So they can back each other up, and I'll leave this one to handle Wallachia. I wouldn't actually be surprised if Bohemia takes this capital. So I might need two armies to take on Russia, so we'll see. Now would be a good time to use harsh treatment. Still only an 80 though. Oh, we've had this before, and I am happy to accept the support of a mystic. Anyone who supports the Empire is okay in my books. Sorry to move towards mysticism, but oh. Okay. Well, that's good. So let's start just taking provinces. I'm just thinking about the diplomats that I'm not using. Georgia's mine anyway, isn't it? Let's start a spy network in Mazandaran and another one in Karakyumlu. And I don't know, let's improve relations with Georgia again. Can't hurt. Got a couple of sieges, no sign of a Russian army as of yet. Have this on the 13th of February. See the war with Denmark still ongoing. And it does look like the Russians are winning the war against Denmark. Oh, big time winning. So unfortunately all they'll probably do is force the Russians to accept a lesser peace with them. Like a less good deal so they can concentrate on us. Unless, of course, we can make peace with them faster, in which case we could leave them to focus on Denmark, and maybe just get away with our one province. We've only got 15% war score, but maybe as these castles fall... There we go, that's got us up to 20. Let's seriously go for the castles, because I can't currently see their army. Oh, there it is. Well, there's an army at least. Do we have a big enough army to take all of them on? Ooh, who's this? Mazovia. Yeah, okay. Not really looking for a fight with Mazovia. We could vassalize them, but they're only like one province. On the plus side, it does look like our one army is going to be able to seriously take out all of these Russian armies. So that's something. Especially if they insist on splitting up, facing us bit by bit. Might have had a chance if it all banded together. Oh, here they come. They're all banding together now. But we do have a better general. And I think we do actually kind of have the numbers. Oh no. This doesn't look good. Oh no, we still won. Oh my goodness. I was lucky. That was a little bit too risky. Okay, so assuming we don't want to do loads of Russia fighting, how about if we get our diplomats back from wherever they are? Oh, Karakyumlu must be about to make a claim, surely. Only need 20, nearly there. Nope, apparently we can't fabricate a claim. Oh, of course, because of the Hakkari Mountains. Right, fine. Doesn't matter, that will at least free us up to make peace with Russia. If, indeed, they want to make peace. Which is always going to be the question. Yeah, they're fine. Happy making peace. Right, a Wallachia. Well, we can take free lands. Can we vassalize you? Not quite. So close. Okay, so we'll yeah, we'll just take the lands that we've got claims on. Does sound like we might be able to vassalize them next time. So fine. Fine, not complaining about that. Let's get back down here for those Georgian separatists. You can get back to Kirim. Apparently you can't get back to Kirim. Okay, you can wander around doing nothing useful until you realise you can't enter Russia without permission, and then you can get back to Kirim. There we go. Okay. So I suppose, given that we can't make any claims on Mushasha, we'll either be doing the Mamluks or Mazandaran next time. Almost looks like we already have a claim. Oh, we do. Apparently they have the Timurids. Or Hassa on their side. The Timurids are willing to fight despite being our allies. That's upsetting, so let's improve relations with them. But in any case, that will definitely be a problem for next time. We may want to rebuild a little before worrying about that. So we really need to split the forces as well. Oh heck, what have we got? Okay, the Bohemian Purge of Krakowian Heresy against Krakow. This is a war they've started. They're allied with Hungary, Saxony and Salzburg. This could actually be what I've desperately been looking for. Except I won't be able to make peace with Hungary, but at least give us a chance to damage them. So let's accept. Let's head into Hungary. Because I don't think they've got any of their allies with them. So what did I think of attacking one of their allies? So I could attack him indirectly like I did with Venice. Never mind. So it's good that we get to help the Bohemians because they've been good allies to us. Also, if we're extremely lucky, if Bohemia can't claim how much land, they might even make our claims in Hungary part of the peace deal and we might be able to move on with our mission tree. But we'll see. If nothing else, it'll certainly damage Hungary. But that is definitely going to be for next time, so I will see you then.